Well, welcome everyone on this fabulous fall day. We're honored to host you for the grand reopening ceremony for our beautiful Wales Center. I want to introduce a number of VIPs and electeds who are with us here this morning. We're honored to have our county executive, Debbie Preston, with us, a major investor in this building, the county. Assemblyman Clifford Crouch, in whose district the college sits, and Assemblywoman Donna Lepardo, who has joined us. The state was also a major investor in the renovation of this building. More on that in a minute. I'm not sure if Commissioner Fiala is here yet. She did say she was going to be here. She was the county executive when the initial bonding was approved for this county's part of this building. We've got Town Supervisor Mike Marinaccio for Town of Dickinson. Is Mark Whalen here, Broome County legislator, said he would be here. Elaine Miller, I saw Elaine, our economic development and Broome County planning for the county. Terry Davis, representing Congressman Hanna. I saw Terry a little while ago. She's here somewhere. There she is. And Binghamton Mayor Rich David, our erstwhile alum, formerly of SUNY Broome, now mayor of the great city of Binghamton. And several of our trustees are here. You'll hear from Chairman Orban in a few minutes. Margaret Coffey, our vice chair, Anthony Panicia, Nancy Labar, Mark Newman, George Akel, Nick Serafini. Did I miss anybody in the process on the trustees? Anybody sneak in while I wasn't looking? Thank you all for being here. Today we're here to honor one of the oldest buildings on the SUNY Broome campus. Also, more importantly, we're here to honor one of our most historic and staunch supporters of SUNY Broome, Darwin Wales. If you look at the corner of the building, you'll see 1956 on the cornerstone. 58 years ago this month, we're told, back when we were known as Broome Tech, the cornerstone was laid. Since that time, obviously, a lot has changed, including the name at least twice since then, and it had changed once or twice until that point. But the campus has grown up around these few core buildings, the original Wales, the mechanical building over here, which is mechanical engineering, not how we often tend to think of mechanical, the old Science Center, were the original, and 901 front, all part of the original core campus here from the mid-50s. So a tremendous amount of change since, and of course, most recently, we've added our Natural Science Center a year ago, and just a month or so ago, we were here for, we opened our beautiful student village and did the ribbon, actual grand opening just a couple of weeks ago. So a lot of change since this building behind us was originally built. And while we still offer the top-notch training that Broome Tech was known for, our focus has expanded greatly from those early days. And while our name has changed a few times to reflect a more diverse mission, which now includes transfer as a major focus, along with our 1- and 2-year technical programs designed to serve the workforce directly. And one of the people who helped make the transformation possible to a transfer institution, a community college, was Darwin Wales, a local attorney and one of the college's first trustees. He also helped create the Broome Community College Foundation and supported the college in diversifying its curriculum, including adding the liberal arts major, the core transfer of all community colleges in the nation, which we're told was controversial in its day in this area, and that was not unusual. When technical colleges morphed into becoming community colleges with adding the liberal arts transfer mission, surprising to some of us who came along some years after mostly the mid to late 40s after World War II, when the technical colleges sprung up all over the nation, like this one in 1946, It was controversial when the liberal arts was added and the transfer mission. I could go into the history of that, but I won't this morning. Dar Wales was also the recipient of our first honorary doctorate. Yes, community colleges, with the blessing of SUNY, we are part of a university system, can offer honorary doctorates. And for many years, he was a lone advocate for creating a community college here after he was appointed to the SUNY Board of Trustees. Dar Wales believed that a college education should be affordable for all, the very cornerstone of the community college mission. Our core mission, that is open access to a higher education, wouldn't mean much if students could not afford to attend. That's why it's appropriate that this building, our welcome center for virtually everyone visiting us, bears his name. Wales is where our admissions office is located, our Broome Community College Foundation, our continuing education office, administration offices, human resources, and several other critical offices that serve our students every day. So today our welcome center is now a good deal more welcoming. Its updated appearance is reflective of the quality of the college itself. You never get a chance to make a first impression, someone said, and our first impression now matches what SUNY Broome represents to some 7,000 students and roughly 40,000 alumni. We now have a WOW building to coincide with the WOW academic experience here. For those of you who haven't been inside since the renovations were completed midsummer, don't be disappointed that the lockers are gone from the second floor. We're not. And so is the 1950s feel gone. Nothing wrong with the 1950s. A few of us here in the audience began growing up in the 1950s, including yours truly. Lots of great things happened then. Lots of not so great things happened in the 50s. Also, for the first time, the building is finally fully handicapped accessible with an elevator. What a concept. From 1956 to 2014 to get an elevator and make the building fully handicap accessible, thanks to the support of a number of people who we'll mention here in a minute. It's also now energy efficient with central HVAC. Having eliminated dozens of very large drafty windows, 20 or so individual window air conditioners are also gone, and frankly, it's beautiful both inside and out. We'll invite you in a few minutes to see it for yourself, including our new airy two-story lobby. And what's more, at $4.6 million, the renovations cost a third of what it might cost to build this building anew today. It's high quality and cost effective, both qualities you've come to expect from SUNY Broome. The remaining buildings from the original campus eventually will undergo a similar transformation. This includes our mechanical building, which I mentioned earlier, the small building out back this side of Wales. Will become our new Advanced Manufacturing Technology Center. And as we continue to add new facilities and programs to SUNY Broome, in a way, we've come full circle by giving our original Front Street campus buildings, our very first on this campus, new life. Now, in honor of Dar Wales, I'd like to invite a few people, some who have worked closely with us, many who have worked closely with us to make this day possible, to say a few words, and most of whom knew Dar very well. I unfortunately didn't get to meet Dar. I'm sorry about that, as he passed just before I arrived in February 2010. But I have come to know Dar through his legacy, as his name is spoken regularly here on campus by those who did know him firsthand, even again this morning at our Finance and Facilities meeting of the Board of Trustees. So some of the people you're about to meet knew him firsthand, and I'm sure we'll hear about that in their remarks. So it's now my great honor to introduce our speakers for this morning. And first and foremost, of course, representing the county, who has invested $1.5 million into the renovation. So without whose support this renovation would not have been possible, I'd like to welcome up Broome County Executive, the Honorable Debbie Preston.
Thank you. Thank you, President Drummond. Wow, what an honor to be here today. It's a great day at SUNY Broome, and as SUNY Broome alumni, part of the alumni, I'm just proud to see all of the improvements being made on campus. I totally remember the building as I was going here, and I don't even have to go inside. Just looking at the outside, I can just tell what a major improvement this is, and the county is just so grateful that we were able to be a part of this. These improvements will make SUNY Broome even more visible on a national and international scale, and they will clearly make this a more attractive option for students to start their college career. The renovations made on the Darwin R Center are remarkable, and they will only enhance the education opportunities. This exciting day comes on the heels of the opening of the brand new dorms on campus. Broome County is a major supporter of the SUNY Broome campus, and today I tell you, we're going to continue to do that. I personally love SUNY Broome. In fact, I'm actually thinking of taking a couple more courses up here. And I just want to take the opportunity to applaud President Drummond and his staff for their continued efforts to improve this campus and in making SUNY Broome one of the best colleges in the SUNY system. But I really thank you so much, President Drummond, for all that you've done in your tenure here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, County Executive. We wouldn't be the fabulous college we are today without the great support of we are a county college after all. In fact, that's our incorporated name is Broome County Community College. Is actually our originally incorporated, or not originally incorporated name, but our most recently incorporated name back when SUNY was formed and we became a community college. I don't know if Barbara did finally make it. She must have been called to Albany or fixing licenses somewhere. So Barbara, as I mentioned, was the county executive when we made the decision to upgrade this building. Next, I want to bring up our Assemblyman Cliff Crouch and Assemblywoman Donna Lepardo. This project would not have been possible without, and there's Barbara. But let's bring up Cliff and Donna to represent the state. A quick story. The week I arrived here, I know some had some issues with this, the Alms House came down the very week that I arrived. A month or two later, I got a call from Assemblywoman Lepardo's office saying, "You've got $1.5 million sitting here for the Alms House. What do you want to do with it?" Now that's a really nice welcome gift for a new community college president. We looked at our list of priorities on the capital list. A study had recently been done on our buildings. Actually, the next building to be done was to renovate our old science center, but we hadn't vacated the science center, so that really couldn't be on the list. It was also much more expensive than this one, and we knew we probably couldn't get all the funds together to do that. So the next building on the list was the Wales Center. Donna's office said, I think we can change the wording in that state budget line item to get that done. And I called then County Executive Fiala. And I got to tell you, when she heard the Dar Wales Center was the next on the list, she said, we're gonna try to make that happen. So Barbara will have you up in a minute, but right now let's have Donna and Cliff come up and represent the state's great investment in this beautiful building.
Thank you. This is a great day. I know President Drum commented about, this building was back in the 50s, and he said something about some of us started growing up. I was growing up during the 50s. I started a little earlier than that, but my wife is a graduate of Broome Community College, and the first radiologic technology class that came through. Now she'll talk to me when I get home because I've kind of dated her at this time. But buildings have to be efficient for their use. They have to be efficient to maintain and very functional. And every once in a while you just have to go back and rehab them to get them back to where they're very functional and efficient and easy to maintain, easy to heat. And that really enhances the product that comes out the door. So I just, from our perspective in the state, we always are looking to make sure we provide adequate funding so that these projects go forward. We'd be remiss if we didn't. because it's taxpayer dollars that we're spending. So I just think it's certainly appropriate to congratulate President Drum, the staff, the board for all of their diligence, and certainly the county for their participation in this and being able to rehab this building to its present state and be a real continuation of the gem that we have here in the southern tier. But thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cliff. This reminds me of the movie Groundhog Day. We just seem to be coming back here over and over again. Are we doing a ribbon cutting or a groundbreaking? And of course, it's at Binghamton University. We're doing the same thing. It's a symbol of the rebirth of this community, centered around higher education, of course, healthcare, and many other emerging fields that are so important. Cliff and I yesterday did a farm tour, which we hope to blend into all of the good works that are being done here. I want to congratulate you, Kevin. Your steadfast persistence, your inspiration, your perspiration, your aspiration, all those words that match are very inspiring to all of us. That 1.5 million, I thought we just had that sitting around, Cliff. That was taxpayers' money, I guess, in the down in the cushions in Albany. Now we're always helpful, happy to be helpful to your efforts. Because it means so much to this community. You are training the people who are helping rebuild this economy. And it means so very much to us, to the county executive, to the mayor, to all of us here today who really dream the big dream for this place. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don and Cliff, very much. And I've already introduced her, and she has arrived. Where is Commissioner? There's Commissioner Fiala. Come on up here. Somebody who I know knew Darwell's. Good to see you.
You know, before he goes, I have to tell you the story about how and first I apologize for being late. That's not usually my style. But when I first met the president, we had a reception for him, and I don't know if you remember this. I came up, and my first reaction was, boy, you're taller than you look in the pictures. He looked down at me and said, and so aren't you. So he has a great sense of humor and a wonderful, wonderful leader. But I am happy to be here and to witness another transformation to this campus. You know, the name has changed over the years from Broome Tech to Broome Community College and now SUNY Broome. But two elements have remained the same and have been constant, and that is this college's commitment to academic excellence and the economic impact that it has on Broome County. You know, the college is near and dear to my heart. As a student, I learned a great deal. It gave me the opportunities to transfer, but other students have been gainfully employed and come out and worked in the community and have contributed a great deal. So, you know, I didn't know that, but I was called a non-traditional student. I think that's another word for old or older. But I was happy as county executive to help support the college whenever possible. And funding for it was always an opportunity to work with the school and the administration. And I'm happy that we were able to just support the request to fund a study for our new capital plan. It was old, it was overdue. And I think we're now, years later, seeing the results of all that. I also want to, again, congratulate President Drum and also the trustees, Chairman Orban, and the rest of the trustees that are here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner, very much. And now there's also a substantial private investment in this building. 1.5 from the state, 1.5 from the county. Doesn't quite add up to the 4.6 million I mentioned earlier. So there's a significant private investment in this building as well. And the major private investment came from our local Decker Foundation, which has done so much for this college over the years. As I've said over and over again, this college would not be the fabulous place it is without all the private support it's received over the years. But the Decker Foundation put $500,000 into this building. And I'd like to ask Gerald Putnam to come up and speak on behalf of the Decker Foundation.
Thank you, President Drum. Good morning, everyone. If it weren't for this campus, I would not be where I am today. I owe a lot to Broome Tech. Broome Community College in SUNY Broome. And this building was only 10 years old when I came here, so it wasn't in that bad a shape. It's really a privilege for me to be here today to speak on behalf of the trustees of the Dr. G. Clifford and Florence B. Decker Foundation as we refresh the legacy of one of Broome's founding members, Darwin R. Wales. He was adamant, as President Drum has already said, that a college education should be affordable for all. And so it's appropriate that every student's first experience at SUNY Broome passes through this building, the Darwin R. Wales Administration Building. I must add, though, that whenever I was called to the administration building, it was because there was something wrong, and either tuition didn't get paid or something like that. But it's so important. The passion for education, that passion for education, was also shared by Dr. Decker. And not just education, but excellent education. And that's what SUNY Broome does. It provides an excellent education to all the students who attend. Dr. Decker would be very proud of SUNY Broome, and even more proud to know that his foundation played a role in maintaining the legacy of not only the Wales family, but its patriarch, Darwin R. Wales, through the reconstruction of this beautiful facility. They are a great family and one of the icons of this community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry, and thank you again for the Decker Foundation's phenomenal support over the years. Now I would like to call up a very special guest. I believe Darwale's son, John, is here with us this morning, and he is going to share a few words with us. Come on up, John.
The old man would be really, really proud of this. He loved this college. It was his first real community effort. He was a community guy. I think our parents were. That generation was a community-oriented group of folks, but this educational facility was probably his most cherished thing he'd ever done. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare anything. I'm speaking from the heart. So I went to college in Ohio, at Ohio Wesleyan out in Delaware, Ohio, and I stayed out of school one year to work. And I took 2 courses here in my sophomore year in college, a chemistry course and an English course. I'll never forget it. And I went back to Ohio Wesleyan with my tail between my legs because they were 2 of the most difficult courses I ever took. And I went out and hid out there where it was a little easier under the so-called prestigious name it had. When I was young, I didn't realize that when all these things were going on, what was the old man's philosophy behind it. And when I got older, we got to be great friends. And he shared with me that it was his caring about education so much was based on his own experience. His father died in 1929, and with all his money tied up in the stock market, and he was broke. And at 15 years old, that he and his 2 sisters, they ended up all getting 4-year educations. And of course, he went on to be a lawyer. And that was through incredible work and through the benevolency of a very good friend of my father's father. And how prophetic it is that he picked being educated at a reasonable dollar amount with what's happened today. Number one, this school has become an excellent school. And when it's surrounded by schools where kids come out of school with house mortgages to pay off their educations, he would not feel that was right at all. So hopefully this kind of a thing goes on and more communities will realize that we should have more of these kind of educational facilities. Thank you.
Thank you, John, very much. And to wrap up our distinguished list of guest speakers, the chairman of the SUNY Broome Board of Trustees, Jim Orban. Come on up, Jim.
Distinguished guest, SUNY Broome students, faculty and staff, good morning on yet another special day at SUNY Broome. Many of you who were here only 2 weeks ago for the dedication of the brand new student village, welcome back. I am here today in two capacities, as chairman of the SUNY Broome Board of Trustees and also as managing partner of Hinman, Howard & Cattell. The Darwin R. Wales Center has a special meaning to the SUNY Broome campus. This center was one of the first buildings to be constructed here after a devastating fire destroyed the college's first home in downtown Binghamton. As chair of the Board of Trustees, we are delighted that this building has been re-energized at a third of the cost of new construction. As a representative of Hinman, Howard & Cattell, the firm is proud to contribute to the reconstruction of the Darwin R. Wales Center and pleased that this building has become such an attractive gateway to the campus. Dar Wales was extremely devoted to this college and all that a community college education represents. Mr. Wales, as we all affectionately addressed him, was an attorney at Hinman, Howard & Cattell with an extraordinary legal career and was a shining example of what all lawyers strive to be. But most importantly, his intelligence, gracious nature, and respect of others made him the extraordinary person we all adored. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Orban. Now, as I wrap up, I look forward to seeing you at our next ribbon cutting, which you might think is a ways away, but if you read the paper in the last couple of weeks, it's only 2 days away, believe it or not. Thanks to a SUNY 2020 grant for $6 million, we'll see some of you again downtown at the groundbreaking for the Southern Tier High Technology Incubator on Thursday morning. So we look forward to that event with our tremendous SUNY big sister, Binghamton University, right here across town. We couldn't be more excited about that upcoming groundbreaking on Thursday, of which now we're a major partner thanks to the SUNY 2020 grant. Amongst the 64 colleges, there were only 4 or 5 SUNY 2020s awarded. 3 of them went to community colleges, and we were one of them, so we were very honored to be awarded that SUNY 2020 grant. So we'll see some of you on Thursday morning. A lot of great things, obviously, happening here at SUNY Broome, and a lot of people to thank here in closing. Again, our SUNY Broome Community College Board of Trustees. None of this would be possible without their support. Our BCC Foundation and Board of Directors, who have helped with every capital project, certainly all the recent ones, and I'm sure many before. We couldn't do it without that support. We couldn't do it with the level of quality without that extra tremendous effort on the part of the private funding that our foundation brings in. Broome County, of course, who matches all of the, or most of the state dollars that come in, and of course the state of New York as well, as I've already mentioned. I want to thank major private donors as well. Of course, you've heard from Jerry Putnam and the Decker Foundation. I saw Ferris Akel here as well, who chairs the Decker Foundation. The Hoyt Foundation also contributed here. I think Catherine Schwafferman is here. Hi, Catherine. The Gaffney Foundation. I saw Doug Johnson, who's on the board or chairs the board of the Gaffney Foundation. Kent and Barbara Turner. I think they are here as well. Thank you very much. The Akel family, thank you to the Akels. Hinman, Howard & Cattell, as you just heard from Chair Orban. The Serafini family and Nick Serafini, thank you, Nick. And Security Mutual, and I know Bruce Boye is here representing Security Mutual. It really does take a village to build a community college and to keep it current, and we thank you all. We really could not do it without you. We could do it to an extent, but we certainly could not do it to the level of quality this institution provides without all of your generous private support, in addition to the public support that we get from the county and the state. So thank you all. Also, our college faculty and staff, Phil Testa, our Director of Campus Operations, and all of his staff, Terry Nunn, our assistant director, Regina Losinger, our vice president and for administration and CFO, and Kathy Williams and all of the BCC Foundation staff. The contractors and architects involved in the building, Michael Wooden and Luke Stoddard from LaChase Construction, our construction management team, who worked with Phil to get this building redone. Our design architect, Keystone Associates, Mike Tomanassi of Foz Construction, and senior accountant for the project, Erica Wessner. Please join me in giving all of these people a round of applause to thank them for their efforts for this transforming this beautiful old building. On behalf of our students, our faculty and staff, our foundation and the Board of Trustees, I want to extend my deepest thanks and appreciation to all of you for your support and for coming here to join us this morning, as well as to anyone I might not have mentioned who's here who I'm sure I should have mentioned. I apologize right up front. I always seem to miss somebody because you can't name the whole village in these things, unfortunately. It took a team effort to get us here, and each and every one of you on that team is appreciated. Before we cut the ribbon, our Wales Center is open for you to visit on your own as soon as we conclude this ceremony. It's easy to find your way. There's just two relatively short corridors on first and second floor. For those of you who've never been in the building, it's just the two floors. And of course, the new elevator, which now connects the two floors. And the staff in the offices are expecting you to just wander around and say hi and wander through and see what we've done. The offices were not renovated as part of the, fully renovated as part of the $6 million, some paint and some carpet and things here and there. It was primarily the exterior, which was the lion's share of the cost, to get rid of all those PCB-laden windows, drafty windows, and all those individual air conditioners. But the staff are expecting you to wander through and as soon as we cut the ribbon. And now it's time to do just that. Ribbon cutters are Chair Orban, Jerry Putnam, Catherine Schwafferman, John Wales, and any of the other, Donald Lepardo, Cliff Crouch, Debbie Preston, and if there are any other donors who are here who I haven't mentioned, we want to get all of the donors up to cut the ribbon.